Well, a lot of the scenes of that storm that we've been tracking in the western half of the country, and that will continue into today as well.
Yeah, we're going to be dealing with a lot more activity on the board. Thanks for joining us. I'm Melissa Constanzer.
And I'm Anna Azallion. That's one of our big stories for the day. And actually, this storm has a lot more impacts in California, which you saw a lot of video from California there.
Of course, it's going to be working its way east just in time for holiday travel. So some spots are going to get pretty messy pretty quickly. Taking a look across the nation, we're still trying to shake, though, the northeastern storm.
Yeah, you can see still a little bit of rain lingering here. Not something that's going to have a lot of impacts for people today.
Yeah, and then there's another storm system, mostly in Canada, creating the snow. But if you're in northern North Dakota, you might be getting a little bit of snow or even freezing rain and sleet and ice. Meanwhile, there's kind of two systems here in the western U.S. It's going to take its sweet time to move its way east, so we'll be talking about this into the middle of the week.
Yeah, a quiet Sunday for a lot of the rest of the country, but that is not going to be the case as we head into the week. Temperature-wise, back in the 50s for the Northeast.
Yeah, we're rebounding pretty quickly across the south central U.S.
And as that travel really begins, we have, like Melissa mentioned, that storm that is starting to move east. So taking a look at the pattern for early week, when I know a lot of you might already be heading out for that Thanksgiving travel, very similar to how we ended the week. We're seeing some rain moving into the northeast, and then that storm out west starting to move further east, even impacting snow around the area of Denver. Now, taking a look at Tuesday travel conditions, a lot of the country good to go, no issues, but northeast and the west, that's where we're seeing some of those issues with fair and even poor travel conditions. We're headed for Thanksgiving. Definitely something to keep in mind that you are going to want to bundle up, that the temperatures you see today are not going to be the temperatures that you'll see in a couple days. Moving to Wednesday, one of the most popular travel days, we really have just one area of I-25. So definitely something to keep in mind if you are traveling through this region. Another thing to keep an eye on, Wednesday night into Thursday, we have a risk of some severe weather in the southeast. Now, taking a look at the pattern for Thanksgiving, really just the eastern half of the country, it's going to be dealing with some rain and even some snow. And then when you're ready to head out by Friday,
a lot of us gearing up to celebrate a special holiday. Thanksgiving, it's the time for food and family, but it's also the most all great tips there as we talk about what to do properly. And in the southern U.S., a lot of times we take that cooking outside if we can, and you certainly could do that here as we head throughout your Sunday. 66 for the high in Nashville, 67 in Atlanta, feeling very comfortable. A little bit more warmth cranking back in towards Texas. Dallas in the lower 80s. We should be really getting into the 70s and 60s this time of year, right around that 70-degree mark. So it is still a warm stretch for us. Your Monday forecast shows you, though, as we transition into the holiday week, there are changes on the horizon. A little bit of moisture coming back in through Tennessee ahead of this next cold front, which is powerful and will bring some changes. However, even ahead of that, we've got a lot of warmth cranking across some of Texas. So as we look at the numbers on Monday, but we won't hold on to it all that long. You can see Del Rio, 88 degrees for the high, should tie the record high. And if you look at Austin, Texas, well, we are warm Monday, record challenging territory. We come down. All great tips as we await more cold. Most of that cold still bottled up in Canada where the snow is falling. Yes, we still have it going on here across parts of Alberta, Saskatchewan, even Manitoba. So we'll be dealing with that snow in Canada and some parts of northern North Dakota. Notice Sunday, a little bit of icy mix coming down for Fargo. The rest of us, though, fairly mild as we work our way into Chicago. 52 for that is trying to brew, and that's going to pick up some more moisture. But it really misses out on a lot of the Central Plains, so we won't be seeing the action through places like Missouri and Iowa, Kansas City, some great cities that you could venture out in, maybe do some outdoor activities, or possibly if you can, you don't have any travel plans this week and you got some time, take a little bit of a travel to New York City. Temperatures in the mid-50s here, partly sunny skies as we go through today's forecast. Still a little windy though, do watch out for that. Those leaves will be blowing around as we continue to deal with kind of a fall pattern. Boston also fairly windy here as we hold on to 50 degrees, but staying dry. Notice